Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss which social media platform is best for bourbon drinkers. My name is Miss Becca Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Luke Otero, Lenny Eckstein, and the billionaire businessman himself, Ryan Thompson.
Hey gang, what's up?
Hey-o.
No, so yes, we're gonna be talking social media today. Who do we think is doing bourbon best? We'll get to that after the break. For right now, Lenny said there's something you want to talk about. What is that, Lenny?
Yes, I'm curious to hear your guys' take on what are the, I guess more like the attributes that make for a good bourbon dinner. Not, and I don't mean in the sense of like if you're eating dinner and pour yourself bourbon. I mean going out to an event, buying a ticket to a produced bourbon dinner event.
Okay, what
speaking of Lenny, just selfishly, Heaven Hill is doing a dinner pairing at the Westin and Avon in December 12th next week. If you're interested in joining that,
maybe I'm writing that down.
They did it
maybe
last year as well, and I attended, and it was they did a great job, and it's a lot of fun. I think to answer your question, the education side of it, I think, is really important. We all geek out on that, and so I like the educational side and learning the history of whatever whiskeys or bourbons they're talking about. So I think that's a key component, if you will.
An engaging speaker. Yes. Yeah,
engaging speaker.
Yeah. I mean, I think when you're at a bourbon dinner, I think there needs to be some thought into the pairings of, courses and things like that. I think that's a good way to go about it. So I'll say that that's an important component to a good bourbon dinner.
Do you guys prefer to have the food cooked with the bourbon or just drinking it with the food that it is paired with?
That's a good question.
First of all, I like a good presentation that brings the history and everything along with the food pairing. But I like the bourbon to accompany the food.
Mm-hmm.
Not as an ingredient.
Just because there's certain foods that will bring out some of the structure of the bourbon alongside, and that makes it even more interesting. And being a wino like me, I like that stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
And I agree with you, Luke, on that as well. But speaking of the Westin, again, they have a item on their menu. It's I don't know what kind of steak it is, but it's huge, and it's like $250. It's something ridiculous.
It's the old 96er. The old 96er, I believe.
It's something basically, right? Exactly. And they bring it out table side, and they pour our shine on top of it and then light it on fire. And it's this 3-foot flame table side. So there's a lot of theatrics around it, which is kind of fun.
Do we get a discount if we mention your name?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, if we do. Okay, good. That's good.
Oh yeah, discount on it. They'll charge you double, buddy.
Oh, okay.
They'll charge you double. If you mention my name.
Yeah. I'm
like, oh, you know that guy?
I'm like Ryan Thompson.
They're like, ooh.
The price is going up.
The guy with the monocle?
Yeah. That guy? No, there's no discount there for him.
You're actually not allowed in here. You need to leave.
Right.
Right. You're friends
Okay.
You
with him?
associate with that guy?
Yeah.
Out.
All right.
Yeah, I would say that like we just had a really cool bourbon dinner when we were down in Oklahoma. And the chef was great. He clearly, I mean, he's a chef, that's why he's got a good palate. And Royce has heard me say this way too many times, but like I looked through the list of everything that he paired stuff with and like what they cooked with it, and it was spot on for like the notes that you're gonna get off the bourbon or the shine or the chocolate truffle or whatever it was that we were drinking with it was spot on with what they were pairing it with, whether it was raisins or walnuts or like they made it was like a yeast buns that they made with like a cranberry creme fraiche and like a brown butter, or I don't know what it was, a brown butter, I guess. All of it was perfectly paired, and that's kind of what I like to see. I like it when you can tell that there's like true thought put into it, instead of just being like, well, obviously it's going to go with some steak. Obviously it's going to go with some pecan pie. To me, if you're doing pecan pie as a dessert on your bourbon dinner pairing, I feel like you didn't really think about it because like
low hanging fruit, you're just all right, here you go.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, okay, we'll just do pecan pie. Like you're like, I just don't think that you're actually trying if that's what you're pairing it with. Where like other things, just I mean, there's so many things that could go with it, and that's kind of just like, all right, wow, congratulations.
I intentionally left one out here to let some of my fellow co-hosts take it, but nobody did. I think too, what's really important at a good bourbon dinner is the welcome cocktail. It always starts out, they hand you a cocktail. And I the ones that they're going to be better dinners, it seems to be well thought out, and it's a cocktail that sets the stage. If they're just like, oh, here's an old fashioned that, or here's a whiskey sour, but it's just, nothing special about it, or it's not uplifted in any way. I think that's key too, is that welcome cocktail.
Very valid point, Akeley. I like where you're at there.
Sets the stage. Yeah.
It does, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Lenny, how about you? You asked the question. Anything to add to the discussion?
I did ask the question, and I'm trying to get my head around it. So it's more of a fact-finding mission. And I'm glad you brought that up, Steve, about cocktails, because that's one thing I find that when Deer Hammer participates in a lot of whiskey-themed dinner events, there's always this ask of cocktails for every dish. And I like a well-made cocktail, but that also, I feel like it's a little purpose defeating, but I do love the idea of a welcome cocktail.
Yeah, the welcome cocktail's key. The rest of the way, I want to drink neat and pair with food, but I like the welcome cocktail. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a pairing dinner coming up in January over at the Surf Hotel in Buena Vista. Steve, you've been there.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Becca, you were probably there without telling me that you were there.
Actually, I have been. We just had a part-time gal at our tasting room at the distillery, and she manages the Surf Hotel one night a week, and so she's invited me to go check. I've never been. I've heard great things.
Dude, definitely come out.
What's the number one selling bourbon there at the Surf Hotel?
I mean, probably the one that gives the most bourbon away to them. Yes.
You're the person who does that. Who gives away all that bourbon so they can say they're the number one in Buena at the Surf Hotel?
I don't know. I don't really know.
And are we keeping the name secret, or can you share it?
I don't know anything about it.
But
I would say
he knows 100%. He knows
the Deer Hammer pairing event is on January 14th at Surf Hotel.
I'm gonna grab my phone and put that on the counter. Pardon me.
Okay.
You think that he'd just ask? You think that he would just just ask his assistant to put that in there for him?
You would think.
Well, he's got the night off.
It's staff. Yeah.
Give him the Sunday night. That was nice. Let him off.
Staff.
His staff. Yeah. Fair enough. Good deal.
January 14th, Lenny.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Making things happen because of the Bourbon Daily. How about that?
Yes. So thank you for all the ideas.
All right.
Good question.
I'm going to do it.
Very good question, Lenny.
Yes. Go ahead, Luke.
No, I was just saying it was a good question. Good
I thought I thought you said you had a quick question. Sorry. All right. On that note, it's time to drink. It's time to drink.
Not yet.
Okay. Lenny, you're first. Order!
Right.
I need a gavel. Order!
You're gonna need a fucking.
I'm gonna need a gavel.
Shaped.
Yeah.
It's smashed.
Gotta eat.
It's just gonna smash.
Yes.
I've got a bottle of blackened.
Blackened. Okay. Okay. That's solid. That's solid. I like that.
Lenny, does it bug you that 2 out of the 4 guys in Metallica do not drink right now? At all, period. 0.
Oh, really? How lame.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what I thought too.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the other 2 probably make up for the other 2, but
That's could be true. Art of the Spirits, a pick that we did with our good friend Richard. So here we go. Let's see what we got here.
Lots
Terrible.
of like
Terrible. I gotta up my game.
I don't know what you're doing, Steve, but there's just a lot of lead up to that for it to not be very impressive. If you would have just pulled,
if that would have been
it would've been
explosive,
fun. Like,
if that would have been
yeah.
explosive, it would have been fine. It was
Oh,
all that
well,
lead up
no,
and then
no,
nothing.
You can make up for that terrible cork pop with a paw pour, which, as you know, is glass full.
Glass full. Well,
All pour.
all
the
pour.
old paw pour. I like that.
Yeah. Okay. Lenny's got the lead, so let's let Ryan go. Let's get him out of the way so we can continue on with the contest.
With a little Elijah Craig straight rye this evening.
Okay.
Yeah, looking forward to this.
I tell you what, the first time he swung and missed, same noise as when he actually got the cork out. So yeah,
Yeah,
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
That was so bad. That was like, I'm terrible at it, but that was probably one of my worst showings right there.
Right
That
there.
was terrible.
Because you were really enthusiastic about, like, you kept on grabbing it to open it.
Yeah.
And nothing was happening.
Nothing was happening.
It's tough.
Yeah, he was happy about it. So all right, Becca, you're next.
I've got some Hartfield and Company, their Old Bourbon County.
Okay.
No.
Okay. That's good. It wasn't as good as yours, Lenny. Lenny's still got the lead. Luke, you're last but not least.
So I'm drinking a bottle of straight rye whiskey, toasted Penelope.
Okay. Nice. Oh, Luke, he wins. That's a winner.
Lenny, it's not your night.
Yeah. Cheers to Luke.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Penelope, if you see their Danny's pick that they have out, one of the founders is Danny Palizzi. They got one out. It's a light whiskey that is just amazing. I got to try some of that. Danny poured it for me himself, which was nice. I mean, I'm just name dropping a little bit there. It's really good stuff. If you see that, I'm not kidding you. If you see it on your shelves of your liquor store, Danny's pick, really good stuff. So check it out.
Anyone else drinking out of their own monogram glass tonight, by the way?
No, of course not.
We're not.
Okay.
That's
just checking.
Yeah.
Just checking.
I actually looked for it at this Bonnie Bray liquor store because they had all the Penelope, but they didn't have that new one.
Yeah, it's a new one. So look for it again soon. I mean, it's rolling out now. So yeah.
And Luke, you found a good liquor store there in Denver, man. They do a good job there.
Yeah, that is a nice shop.
Yeah. There you go. All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about social media and who we think is doing bourbon best out of all the social media platforms. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com.
Hey, I'm here with Steve, and he's an amazing man
Well, what are we doing?
on the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about which social media platform is doing it best for bourbon drinkers.
Yes, we are. Does anybody have any thoughts? What
I'll,
platform?
I'll go first because,
Yeah.
Steve, you've known me for a long time. And
Yes.
I'm not a social media person at all. I'm not on Instagram. I just joined LinkedIn in January, so I have no clue. I guess if I
Okay.
were to
You're just
submit a
opting out.
guess-
He's opting out of this one, huh?
So Lou's just going to be over there combing his hair while we all discuss what's
Not-
going on.
I
Not
don't
even
have
Snapchat?
Brian. My hair just flows that way.
Well, or just maybe just running your fingers through your
Or maybe
hair.
putting a fan on. Yeah, he's going to mute himself, but the fan be running and look, how Beyonce gets the fan on, and that'll be Luke with the hair.
Luke and Beyonce. There you go.
Okay. So, Luke is
Well,
kind of,
present company excluded or not? Can we include you in this, Akeley? Because I really want to pump your tires on this, man. You do a great job.
oh, thank
Not
you.
only a good job on social, but also your emails, man. I love reading your emails. They're great, man. So I'm going to pump your tires. a little bit.
That was actually the whole purpose of this entire.
Of course, yes.
this
I was
entire
just
show.
looking for
It's actually
accolades.
just for Steve's ego boost.
I put a lot into the we send out 2 emails a week for the ABV Barrel Shop, and yes, I make them where hopefully it's something that you look forward to getting and enjoy.
I
reading.
do.
I put
like it, man.
content in it. I put content in there. It's not
Right.
I mean, there's certainly promoting of what we have in the store and stuff like that. Yeah, if you're a business, you have to do that. But I also put content that is hopefully readable.
Yeah.
We even feature one regular each week, and I always say it's the worst thing in the world to be picked up as the regular, because I mean, while I try to be complimentary, I'm always ripping on them in some way too. So something that tells bad jokes or whatever it is, it's out there, and has a funny walking style. The people be like, "I got a funny walking style. What are you talking about?" And then everybody's like, "Yeah, you do. You actually have a funny walking
Backhanded
Isn't
compliment.
it weird? Isn't it weird that how the length of a person's step is called their gait? Isn't that weird? Anyone else find that
I
weird?
never thought about it. I know. I've never once in my life have I said, "Hey, gather around, folks." I've been, what's weird? Gait. The term
Gait,
gait.
right? It's a weird descriptive word for how long someone's stride is.
Huh. I've
I don't know.
never cared early, but
Sorry. Off
maybe I
topic,
should
but
be. Maybe I should be. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I'll start. I don't know.
Steve, I would hope you take this as a compliment, but in regards to what you were just saying, very often, and it's not just your content, I don't read a lot of what comes into my inbox, but, and here comes the compliment.
Oh, God. Yes.
When I do read, like when I do take the time and read the Bourbon Zeppelin, I'm always like, fuck, that was awesome. I should have
thank you.
read all the other ones, but I don't usually.
Yeah.
He's not good at, but he.
I'll read like 1 out of 5.
1 out of 5. Okay.
But
Roy
I enjoy-
says he
every time I
reads
do, I'm
all
like,
the
this is
Bourbon
great.
Zeppelins.
when he does
20%
read
good, I
it,
think.
when he does read it, he's happy. But yeah. But
20%
it's not
of
enough
the
to
time.
change his behavior. Yeah.
Quality.
20% of the time, he's happy all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. Thank you. Yes. Well, I'll have to retitle the show. Why,
It's like,
why do you
this
think
is the
I'm
end of the show.
Becca? Why do you think I'm great at social media?
Oh, I wasn't going to talk about you at all.
It's the wrong show for you then. Yeah. Huh.
No, obviously, ABV Network is, top tier, but there's definitely some other ones that you see a lot of stuff from, like the Whiskey Wash. I see a lot of stuff out from them.
They do a good job. There's a lot
Bourbon. What is it? Breaking Bourbon.
Breaking Bourbon, yeah.
I see stuff from them Bourbon. Often.
A lot of reviews from them. Yeah, they do a good job on the reviews.
And then the American Whiskey
Raiders.
Yes, the Whiskey Raiders.
I see the Whiskey Raiders a lot.
A lot of Whiskey Raiders stuff. And I think Whiskey Magazine too. I see them put out stuff, but that one kind of depends on.
You know what though? Like with regards to the platforms themselves, like Beck, I agree with you. Like I've enjoyed content from most of those. I'm kind of like I obviously know what YouTube is, but I feel like I'm a little late to the game in embracing it. I always hated that like you have to look at your phone because I like to listen to podcasts and walk around.
Right.
I've been trying to take in more bourbon and general craft whiskey related content on YouTube. I fucking hate it. I don't mind listening to it, but I can't stand looking at it. It's terrible to look at. Like I'll watch, I don't know. Or for example, I was watching some YouTube content on watches. You can do that, and there's something to look at, even though it's kind of boring. There's nothing to look at with bourbon, like the label, and then you're done, and then you're just watching somebody stick their nose.
That's not true. I've been trying on YouTube for a long time, and then now I've been focusing on the shorts, like the 1 minute or less videos.
I like that, like the reels or YouTube shorts.
Yeah, the YouTube shorts. And because a lot of times my content is like 56 views, and then I'll get one. I'll be like, this one really hit the mark. I get like 2,000. But where I'm gonna be nice to Becca for now on, because every once in a while I get put out one with her, and those get like 10,000. So I'm gonna hang out more with Becca.
I'm not gonna brag here, but like one of the videos that I'm in, not of Steve's, but another one has about 20 million views. So
nice.
Whatever.
Yeah. So that's why
most of other ones do not have that many.
That's why I'm going to be nice to Becca now. I have to.
So wait, you're telling me that you've not been being nice to me?
No, I've been mean to you compared to what I should be.
Becca Sue, OnlyFans works for a lot of people, so I'm glad it's working for you as well.
Oh God,
there are even 20 million people on the internet.
Huh?
Well, that's
on Becca's page there is.
Yeah, follow Becca. Yeah, it's 20 million fans.
20 million
at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Becca, people like Becca's videos. I just had the one where she's Lucian the absinthe. There's nothing to it. She's just like, here we go.
There's like 2.5.
Like 2,500. That one's on fire for me. Oh, yes.
Steve, it popped up on my mom's news feed when she was like looking at some news station. And it was like popular reels. And I was like, send me a screenshot. And
I'm telling you, I went viral. I was
like, what is that? Who even posted it? And I had to go and search for it. And I'm like,
oh yeah, I'm searching my phone for any videos
on purpose. Now you're like, let me find another video of Becca. Let's see what happens there.
I'm looking for any video. I'm going through the archives for any video I have of Becca, just because I want to get the views. That's where it's at. You got to get the views. I've figured out my formula for success, Becca.
Well, you know what that does.
Why am I doing all this other shit?
Once you people understand that, you'll all just thrive.
That's right, Becca. That's right.
Thank you, Luke.
Figured it out.
Luke's the only one that believes in me.
Yeah. Here's Becca eating dinner. 20 million views. Yeah. Here's Becca going to the post office.
It's under Steve's fucking stuff, and so money-wise, none of it goes to me. It's all in Steve's pocket. Here's Miss Becca Sue eating some dinner, and Steve's counting the money.
Well, I've learned
100, 200, 300.
I'm going to jump on one of these fake planes and get my ass out to Navy Family Distillery and just get a video with you.
Oh yeah,
and then that'll help our social media. So
exactly.
I'm going to start charging for appearances.
You should.
Well,
that's another thing. Can we talk about that real quick? Some of these quote damn influencers out there think their shit don't stink, and they're just charging stupid prices just to post about you or whatever. That's fucking ridiculous. Anyone else have an opinion on that?
Well, yeah, it is ridiculous. I do think it's kind of taking care of itself. I think there's less of that happening now. Yeah. And I think that's a trend that will continue. I think that there was a while where everyone who identified as a social media influencer was treated as such by companies. And I think the companies are kind of getting over that now. So, which is good.
But like kind of
absolutely
out of that one.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
people who are actually
exhausting.
creating good content like me with my Becca videos. I mean, that's good content people want to see. But the people are just, holding up a bottle. The people realize there's nothing to that. So,
Also,
yeah.
can we
Right.
clarify that video of me looshing some absinthe is a shit video too? It's not even a good video.
It's not. It's
I
terrible.
watched it and I
It's
was
my
like,
number
it's
one
like
rated video of all time.
grainy. It's like from like the back. Like you can't even
Yeah,
tell what I'm
exactly.
doing. You have no clue what's happening in that. Like it
matter.
just says like Miss or Rebecca Neely looshing some absinthe. Like there's no real like that doesn't explain anything. If you don't know absinthe, you'd be like, I don't know what that means. And then these people are watching and they're like, what does it mean? What's she doing?
They like the video though. They're like, "Oh, this is good. It was good. What I just saw was
I guess
good."
it's good. It's
Becca's in it. It's
doing
good. I like.
nothing.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Nothing's explained. Nothing is accomplished in that video at all.
When was this posted? And because I need to find it.
It's on YouTube somewhere. I guess.
on
I
YouTube,
guess I'm
yeah.
just all over Steve's YouTube channel now.
If you just sign on to YouTube, it'll pop up. It's that.
I'm
popular.
gonna send you a cease and desist.
Becca, when I go up there to visit, she's gonna be, "Why is the camera running? Why do you always have the camera out when I'm around?" Oh, nothing. I gotta go do a few calls.
Miss Becca Sue making me coffee in the morning.
That does happen, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh yeah. I can't.
Yes.
Coffee maker. It's a thing.
I'm like, I'll set it up to like. So I actually specifically bought this coffee maker because I could set it for whatever time to go off for when Steve is
I always
here,
say I don't need any, and then I wake her up and then I say, "Can you make me coffee?"
knocking on the door. Hey, I know.
She's
it's
like, "What time
late,
you waking up? I'll have the coffee ready." No. Don't
turn
bother.
on the
Don't bother.
coffee for me. Oh, I don't need it. The second I always make it, and it's down here, and Steve's like, "Oh, I don't need it." And I come down, I'm like, "Did you want some?" Well, I mean, I guess I could have some. It's like it's been made. It's been sitting out, made, and I bought that because of Steve, so that I would have coffee ready for him.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works, folks. So,
Miss Becca Sue brings me my coffee in bed.
yeah, a lot more videos coming up with Miss Becca Sue. That's for sure. I found my formula. It's taken me years, but I'm there now. Now I know. So there you go. That's going to be number one in social media soon. So Becca, it's going to be no longer Bourbon Sasquatch. It's going to be just Becca Sue videos.
But just grainy ones too. I'm almost like Sasquatch, where it's like, there she is.
Right.
What is she doing? We don't know. We should watch it.
But it's her. It's her. Look.
Well, the great thing is you got Darren just in wonderment from my shop is with us. It was when we were doing a barrel pick and she showed us the absinthe, and Darren is just like, for him, it's just he gets to talk to Becca, so he's just, oh yeah, look at it. I think she's doing magic. So yeah. So it was nice.
They have like the same hair.
What's that?
Darren and Becca have like identical.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Good point, Lenny. Good point.
Yeah, for sure. On that note, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people find us. We'll start with Luke. Luke, where can people find you?
You can find us on Santa Fe Boutique Wines on Instagram and Luke Otero on LinkedIn.
All right, Lenny.
People can find me and the rest of Deer Hammer on social media at Deer Hammer, on the web at deerhammer.com, where you can also order our bottle shipped to your door, and you can come visit us in beautiful Buena Vista, Colorado.
Okay,
So
right.
good, the last one.
Yeah.
You can find me admiring Luke's hair and across all social medias, 10th MTN Whiskey, and our website's 10thwhiskey.com. That's 10th whiskey with an E.
All right, Miss Becca Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Becca Sue, and you can find me on YouTube at Bourbon Sasquatch.
Nicely done.
Yes. Thank you. For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, abvnetwork.com. That's where you got to check out everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop. If you're in St. Louis, it would be a crime if you didn't come by and see us. We've got the place where you can try before you buy. We have Neely products in stock. We have a whole shelf of Neely stuff. We rotate things each week, what comes in and that. So kind of a cool concept gossip. So check us out online, abvbarrelshop.com. Read our newsletters. Man, people love them. You should be reading them, and you'll love them too. And maybe you'll be featured in them one day. That'd be pretty cool. And of course, on YouTube, as Becca said, Bourbon Sasquatch, where we've got all the Becca Sue videos. Miss Becca Sue, anything else to say before we get out of here?
After this show, your YouTube's just going to take off.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Yes.
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Fridays, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Later.
See you guys.
Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.